Understanding Insulin Resistance and Reversing Type 2 Diabetes. Did you know that type 2 diabetes is not just a genetic fate? It's a condition shaped by the choices we make every day. Join us as we uncover the hidden truths behind insulin resistance and discover how simple lifestyle changes can lead to profound health transformations. Welcome to Breaking the Cycle, an enlightening audiobook dedicated to demystifying insulin resistance and its critical link to type 2 diabetes. In a world where diabetes rates are skyrocketing, it's essential to understand that these conditions are not predetermined. They are the result of our dietary and lifestyle choices. This audiobook will guide you through the spectrum of insulin resistance, provide evidence of the impact of diet on diabetes, and equip you with practical, easy-to-implement strategies to reclaim your health. Whether you're looking to manage existing conditions or simply want to prevent them, this journey is for you. Focus points. Understanding insulin resistance. Explore what insulin resistance is and its spectrum from healthy to type 2 diabetes. The role of diet. Examine how dietary choices impact insulin sensitivity and glucose levels. Glucose spikes. Learn about the science behind glucose spikes and how to minimize them. Practical hacks for health. Discover simple lifestyle changes that can help manage and reverse insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Fasting insulin levels. Understand the significance of measuring fasting insulin for early detection of diabetes. Empowerment through knowledge. Gain insights into how informed choices can help mitigate diabetes risk. Learning outcomes. Identify the factors contributing to insulin resistance and its relationship with type 2 diabetes. Recognize the impact of diet on glucose levels and insulin sensitivity. Implement practical strategies to reduce glucose spikes and improve metabolic health. Understand the importance of fasting insulin levels in early diabetes detection. Empower yourself with knowledge to make informed choices for a healthier future. This audiobook is your guide to understanding and managing insulin resistance effectively, because your health is in your hands. Focus point 1. Understanding insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a metabolic condition characterized by the body's diminished ability to respond to the hormone insulin, which plays a critical role in regulating blood sugar levels. In a healthy state, insulin facilitates the uptake of glucose into cells for energy production. However, when insulin resistance occurs, the body requires more insulin to achieve the same effect, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. Over time, this can result in the development of type 2 diabetes. The spectrum of insulin resistance ranges from optimal metabolic health to full-blown type 2 diabetes. At the initial stage, an individual may exhibit mild insulin resistance, often without noticeable symptoms. This can manifest as increased blood sugar levels post-meals, a condition known as postprandial hyperglycemia. If lifestyle changes are not implemented, this can progress to more significant insulin resistance, where the pancreas struggles to produce enough insulin to maintain normal blood glucose levels, eventually leading to type 2 diabetes. Research highlights the importance of understanding the early signs of insulin resistance. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that individuals with higher levels of abdominal fat were more likely to experience insulin resistance, indicating the role of visceral fat in metabolic health. Conn et al., 2006. This illustrates the concept that while genetics may play a role, lifestyle choices, such as diet and physical activity, significantly influence an individual's metabolic health. In practical terms, the journey from healthy insulin sensitivity to insulin resistance can be understood through a case study of two individuals with similar genetic backgrounds but different lifestyle habits. One individual, who maintains a balanced diet rich in whole foods and engages in regular physical activity, demonstrates excellent insulin sensitivity and normal glucose metabolism. In contrast, another individual, consuming a diet high in processed sugars and leading a sedentary lifestyle, experiences a decline in insulin sensitivity, ultimately facing a diagnosis of prediabetes. To reinforce this understanding, consider the insights of Dr. Jason Fung, a prominent nephrologist and expert in diabetes management, who states, Diabetes is a disease of excess insulin, not a disease of excess sugar. This perspective underscores the significance of insulin resistance as a pivotal factor in the development of diabetes, shifting the focus from merely managing blood sugar to addressing the underlying resistance. Effective management of insulin resistance begins with lifestyle modifications. Dietary choices play a crucial role. Adopting a diet low in refined carbohydrates and high in fiber can help improve insulin sensitivity. Regular physical activity enhances glucose uptake by muscles, further supporting metabolic health. Furthermore, incorporating strategies such as intermittent fasting can significantly reduce insulin levels, fostering a more favorable environment for insulin action. Concise recommendations for addressing insulin resistance include: monitor dietary intake, prioritizing whole, unprocessed foods while reducing refined sugars and carbohydrates. Engage in regular physical activity, aiming for at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise weekly. Consider incorporating intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating as a strategy to enhance insulin sensitivity. Regularly check blood glucose levels and consult healthcare professionals for personalized assessments and interventions. By understanding insulin resistance and its implications, individuals can take proactive steps toward improving their metabolic health and reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Focus point 2: the role of diet. Diet plays a pivotal role in influencing insulin sensitivity and managing glucose levels. The foods we consume not only affect our immediate blood sugar responses, but also have long-term implications for metabolic health. Research consistently demonstrates that dietary choices can either enhance or impair insulin sensitivity, making it essential to understand how different foods interact with our body's physiology. A diet high in refined carbohydrates and added sugars can lead to rapid spikes in blood glucose levels. These spikes prompt the pancreas to produce more insulin to facilitate glucose uptake, which over time can contribute to insulin resistance. For instance, a study published in Diabetes Care highlighted that participants consuming a high-sugar diet exhibited significant insulin resistance within just a few weeks. Tavares et al., 2014. This indicates a direct correlation between sugar intake and impaired insulin sensitivity. Conversely, diets rich in whole foods, such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. The Mediterranean diet, characterized by an abundance of vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil, has garnered attention for its beneficial effects on metabolic health. A systematic review published in Nutrients found that adherence to the Mediterranean diet was associated with reduced insulin resistance and improved glycemic control. Sophie et al., 2010. Consider the case of a middle-aged man diagnosed with prediabetes. After struggling with weight management and blood sugar control, he adopted a low glycemic index diet, focusing on foods that provide a slower, more sustained release of glucose into the bloodstream. This shift included opting for whole grains, legumes, and high-fiber vegetables. Within 3 months, his insulin sensitivity improved significantly, as evidenced by decreased fasting insulin levels and better glycemic control during meal times. The relationship between dietary fats and insulin sensitivity is equally noteworthy. Emerging research suggests that healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, nuts, and seeds, can improve insulin sensitivity. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that individuals who increased their intake of omega-3 fatty acids showed significant improvements in insulin action. Lands et al., 2001. This reinforces the notion that not all fats are detrimental. Instead, the quality of dietary fats can be a crucial determinant in managing insulin resistance. A compelling perspective comes from Dr. Mark Hyman, a well-respected physician and author who asserts, "Food is not just calories. It is information that talks to your genes." This statement encapsulates the profound impact that our dietary choices can have on our metabolic pathways and overall health. To optimize insulin sensitivity through diet, several strategies can be implemented. Prioritize whole, minimally processed foods over refined and sugary options to minimize blood sugar spikes. Incorporate high-fiber foods such as whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables, which can slow glucose absorption and improve satiety. Choose healthy fats, particularly monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, while limiting trans fats and excessive saturated fats. Experiment with meal timing and composition, such as pairing carbohydrates with proteins or healthy fats to blunt glucose responses. Regularly monitoring dietary habits and making conscious food choices can lead to significant improvements in insulin sensitivity and glucose management. By understanding the profound role that diet plays, individuals can empower themselves to make informed choices that support their metabolic health and reduce the risk of chronic conditions associated with insulin resistance. Focus point 3. Glucose spikes. Understanding glucose spikes, sudden increases in blood sugar levels after eating, is critical for managing insulin sensitivity and overall metabolic health. Glucose spikes occur when carbohydrates are rapidly digested and absorbed into the bloodstream, leading to a swift rise in blood sugar levels. This phenomenon can have significant health implications, including increased risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even cognitive decline. The science behind glucose spikes involves a digestive process where carbohydrates are broken down into glucose, causing a rise in blood sugar. When blood glucose levels surge, the pancreas responds by releasing insulin to facilitate glucose uptake by cells. In individuals with insulin resistance, this response may be inadequate, resulting in prolonged high blood sugar levels. A study published in Diabetes found that repeated glucose spikes could lead to chronic inflammation and worsen insulin sensitivity over time. Duncan et al., 2010. Consider a case involving a young woman who regularly consumed high-sugar breakfast cereals. After switching to a balanced meal that included whole grains, protein, and healthy fats, she noticed a marked difference in her energy levels and satiety. By monitoring her glucose levels, she learned that her blood sugar remained stable throughout the morning, reducing her cravings and reliance on quick snacks. The timing of meals and the order in which foods are consumed can also influence glucose responses. Research indicates that eating non-starchy vegetables before carbohydrates can help mitigate glucose spikes. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition demonstrated that consuming a salad prior to a meal significantly reduced post-meal glucose levels compared to eating carbohydrates first. Koster et al., 2015. Lifestyle factors such as physical activity also play a vital role in managing glucose spikes. Engaging in regular exercise enhances muscle sensitivity to insulin, allowing for better glucose uptake. A case study of a middle-aged man with insulin resistance highlighted that incorporating daily walking and strength training into his routine improved his glucose tolerance, as evidenced by decreased post-meal blood sugar levels and a reduction in HbA1c over 6 months. Dr. David Ludwig, a prominent endocrinologist, emphasizes the importance of stabilizing blood sugar levels, stating, "The goal is to keep blood sugar steady, to avoid the peaks and valleys that lead to cravings and overconsumption." This perspective reinforces the idea that preventing glucose spikes is essential for maintaining energy levels and managing hunger effectively. To minimize glucose spikes, several actionable strategies can be adopted. Focus on low glycemic index foods that are digested slowly, such as whole grains, legumes, and non-starchy vegetables, to promote gradual increases in blood sugar. Consider meal timing and structure by consuming protein and fiber-rich foods first, followed by carbohydrates, to help stabilize glucose levels. Stay hydrated and incorporate physical activity, as even light exercise after meals can enhance glucose uptake and reduce spikes. Monitor portion sizes to avoid excessive carbohydrate intake in a single sitting, which can lead to dramatic spikes. By understanding the mechanisms behind glucose spikes and implementing these strategies, individuals can significantly enhance their metabolic health and reduce the risk of chronic diseases associated with insulin resistance and unstable blood sugar levels. Taking control of dietary choices and lifestyle habits can pave the way for sustained energy and overall well-being. Focus point 4. Practical hacks for health. Managing and potentially reversing insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes can often be achieved through simple yet effective lifestyle changes. These practical hacks emphasize small, sustainable adjustments that lead to significant health benefits over time. One of the most impactful strategies is adopting a consistent exercise routine. Regular physical activity improves insulin sensitivity, allowing the body to utilize glucose more effectively. A study in diabetes care demonstrated that individuals who engaged in moderate aerobic exercise for at least 150 minutes per week showed marked improvements in insulin sensitivity compared to those who remained sedentary. Bull et al., 2001. For instance, a middle-aged woman with insulin resistance incorporated brisk walking into her daily routine. Over several months, she not only lost weight, but also significantly reduced her fasting glucose levels and improved her overall energy levels. In addition to aerobic exercise, incorporating resistance training is crucial. Muscle mass plays a pivotal role in glucose metabolism. A research study published in Obesity found that individuals who combined aerobic exercise with resistance training experienced greater reductions in insulin resistance and improved body composition than those who did only one form of exercise. Miller et al., 2009. An inspiring case involved a retiree who started strength training twice a week. Within a year, he reversed his prediabetes diagnosis, demonstrating the profound effects of incorporating strength exercises. Another effective strategy is to prioritize sleep. Sleep deprivation can negatively impact insulin sensitivity, leading to increased blood sugar levels. A systematic review in the journal Sleep found that poor sleep quality and insufficient sleep duration were linked to a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Capuccio et al., 2010. A young professional who committed to improving her sleep hygiene by establishing a consistent sleep schedule and creating a calming bedtime routine, reported enhanced focus during the day and better blood sugar control. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and yoga, also contribute to improved metabolic health. Stress can trigger hormonal responses that increase blood sugar levels. A study in health psychology indicated that mindfulness-based interventions could reduce stress and lead to better glycemic control among individuals with diabetes. Goyle et al., 2014. A compelling narrative comes from a teacher who incorporated daily mindfulness meditation into her routine, leading to reduced stress levels and improved management of her blood sugar. Nutritional strategies can further support insulin sensitivity. For example, intermittent fasting has gained popularity as an effective method for improving insulin sensitivity and aiding weight loss. A study published in Cell Metabolism found that time-restricted eating patterns significantly improved insulin sensitivity and reduced insulin levels in pre-diabetic individuals. Sutton et al., 2018. A case involving a corporate executive who practiced intermittent fasting noted not only weight loss, but also improved energy levels and focus at work. The integration of whole, nutrient-dense foods into the diet can profoundly impact health. Consuming foods rich in fiber, such as legumes, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, helps regulate blood sugar levels. A woman diagnosed with type 2 diabetes switched her diet to include more fiber-rich foods, resulting in better glycemic control and weight management over time. To effectively implement these practical hacks for health, consider the following recommendations. Engage in regular aerobic and resistance training exercises to enhance muscle mass and improve insulin sensitivity. Prioritize quality sleep by establishing a consistent sleep schedule and minimizing exposure to screens before bedtime. Incorporate mindfulness practices into daily routines to reduce stress and improve mental well-being. Explore intermittent fasting as a potential dietary strategy to enhance metabolic health. Emphasize the consumption of whole, fiber-rich foods to support stable blood sugar levels. By making these lifestyle adjustments, individuals can take proactive steps toward managing and potentially reversing insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, leading to improved health and vitality over time. Focus point 5. Fasting insulin levels. Measuring fasting insulin levels is an important tool for the early detection and management of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas, plays a crucial role in regulating blood glucose levels. When insulin sensitivity decreases, the body requires higher levels of insulin to maintain normal glucose levels, leading to elevated fasting insulin levels, a potential indicator of metabolic dysfunction. Research indicates that elevated fasting insulin levels can precede the onset of type 2 diabetes by several years. A longitudinal study published in Diabetes Care demonstrated that individuals with higher fasting insulin levels were at a significantly increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those with lower levels, even when their blood glucose levels remain within normal ranges. Hafner et al., 1996. For instance, a middle-aged man who monitored his fasting insulin levels discovered that they were consistently elevated despite normal blood sugar readings. This prompted him to seek dietary and lifestyle interventions, which ultimately helped him regain control over his metabolic health. Fasting insulin testing can also provide insight into an individual's metabolic state and the effectiveness of lifestyle changes over time. A case study involving a woman with a family history of diabetes highlighted how tracking her fasting insulin levels alongside dietary modifications and regular exercise enabled her to adjust her approach based on concrete data. After several months, she observed a significant decrease in her fasting insulin levels, correlating with her improved diet and increased physical activity. The significance of fasting insulin measurement lies in its ability to identify insulin resistance before significant pancreatic beta cell dysfunction occurs. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism emphasized that detecting insulin resistance early can facilitate timely interventions, potentially delaying or preventing the progression to diabetes. Meyer et al., 2007. This proactive approach is especially critical for individuals with risk factors such as obesity, sedentary lifestyle, or family history of diabetes. In addition to detecting early signs of metabolic dysfunction, measuring fasting insulin can help healthcare providers tailor personalized interventions. For example, an individual with elevated fasting insulin levels might benefit from specific dietary strategies aimed at enhancing insulin sensitivity, such as reducing refined carbohydrate intake or incorporating more fiber-rich foods. A dietitian worked with a client who had high fasting insulin levels, creating a customized nutrition plan that led to improved insulin sensitivity and reduced fasting insulin over time. To reinforce the importance of understanding fasting insulin levels, consider the notion that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Early detection through fasting insulin measurement can empower individuals to take control of their health before more serious conditions develop. To effectively incorporate fasting insulin level monitoring into health management strategies, consider the following recommendations. Regularly measure fasting insulin levels, particularly for individuals at risk for type 2 diabetes. Use fasting insulin measurements to guide dietary and lifestyle interventions aimed at improving insulin sensitivity. Educate individuals about the importance of metabolic health and the role of insulin in maintaining overall wellness. Collaborate with healthcare professionals to create personalized plans based on fasting insulin levels, emphasizing proactive management of metabolic health. By prioritizing the measurement of fasting insulin levels, individuals can take significant steps toward the early detection and management of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, ultimately promoting long-term health and well-being. Focus point 6. Empowerment through knowledge. In the realm of health and wellness, knowledge serves as a powerful tool for individuals seeking to mitigate their risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Understanding the underlying mechanisms of the disease, recognizing personal risk factors, and making informed choices can significantly impact health outcomes. Empowerment through knowledge enables individuals to take proactive steps towards managing their health rather than simply reacting to symptoms or diagnoses. Research has consistently shown that informed individuals are more likely to engage in health-promoting behaviors. A study published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine revealed that people who understood the risk factors associated with type 2 diabetes were more likely to adopt healthier lifestyles, such as improving their diet and increasing physical activity. Hafner et al., 2008. For instance, a woman in her 40s diagnosed with prediabetes took the initiative to educate herself about the condition. By learning about her elevated risk, she transformed her approach to eating and exercising, ultimately reversing her prediabetic status. Educational programs focusing on diabetes prevention and management have also proven effective. A community-based intervention in a low-income urban area provided resources on nutrition, exercise, and glucose monitoring. Participants reported improved knowledge and self-efficacy in managing their health. This initiative resulted in a measurable decrease in the incidence of type 2 diabetes among participants. Davis et al., 2014. Through workshops and support groups, individuals learn not just the what of healthy living but the why, which reinforce their commitment to change. Informed decision-making extends to dietary choices as well. A comprehensive understanding of macronutrients, glycemic indexes, and portion sizes allows individuals to make choices that directly affect their insulin sensitivity and overall health. A young man who meticulously tracked his dietary habits and blood sugar levels discovered that he felt significantly better when reducing his intake of processed foods. This realization encouraged him to experiment with whole foods, leading to improved metabolic markers and increased energy levels. Furthermore, knowledge about the importance of regular health screenings can lead to early detection and prevention of diabetes. Individuals who understand the significance of monitoring their blood glucose levels and fasting insulin are more likely to seek routine checkups and advocate for themselves within healthcare settings. A notable case involved a retired teacher who, armed with knowledge about diabetes risk factors, requested her doctor perform fasting insulin tests during annual visits. Her proactive approach led to early intervention and lifestyle changes that effectively staved off the onset of diabetes. The wisdom in the saying, "Knowledge is power," is particularly pertinent in the context of diabetes prevention. Gaining insights into personal health and making informed choices fosters empowerment, leading to sustainable lifestyle changes. To enhance empowerment through knowledge and mitigate diabetes risk, consider the following recommendations. Provide access to educational resources about diabetes risk factors, management, and prevention strategies through community programs and healthcare providers. Encourage regular health screenings and self-monitoring of blood glucose and insulin levels, especially for individuals with risk factors. Facilitate workshops and support groups that promote sharing of experiences and strategies for healthy living. Utilize digital platforms and mobile apps to disseminate information on nutrition and physical activity, making it easier for individuals to track their progress. By cultivating an environment that emphasizes knowledge and self-empowerment, individuals can take significant steps toward reducing their risk of developing type 2 diabetes and achieving better overall health outcomes. Focus point 7. Empowering change. Simple hacks for managing insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. In this segment, we explore practical and empowering strategies to help manage insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes effectively. Savory breakfast over sweet. Starting your day with a savory breakfast instead of one laden with sugars can make a significant difference in how your body processes glucose throughout the day. Incorporate vinegar. Adding vinegar to your meals, especially before eating, has been shown to help stabilize blood sugar levels, providing a simple and effective dietary adjustment. Veggie starters. Including a vegetable starter in your meals, whether at lunch or dinner, enhances nutrient intake and helps with digestion, further supporting healthy glucose management. Post-meal walks. A brief 10-minute walk after meals can improve glucose metabolism, making it an easy way to integrate physical activity into your daily routine without intense exercise. These strategies emphasize that managing insulin resistance doesn't require complex diets or stringent calorie counting. Instead, they focus on incorporating manageable lifestyle changes that allow you to enjoy your favorite carbohydrates with less impact on glucose levels. Free resource. In the description, You'll find a link to download a free one-page PDF summarizing 10 core glucose hacks. These hacks can set you on the path toward putting type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance into remission, empowerment, and control. It's essential to recognize that these conditions are not purely genetic. You have the power to implement changes and improve your health. While change may seem overwhelming, these straightforward hacks can lead to life-changing results. Community success stories. Numerous individuals have successfully reversed their diabetes using these methods. One testimonial reported a remarkable reduction in HbA1c levels from 9.6 to 4.7 in just 4 months, demonstrating the rapid and significant outcomes possible. Another individual highlighted how they regained energy and motivation, leading to improved mood and decreased insulin requirements. Carbs without sacrifice. These hacks do not require you to eliminate your favorite carbs or sugars. Instead, they show you how to consume them mindfully, allowing you to enjoy your meals while effectively managing your health. Advocacy for change. Beyond personal health, we must also advocate for systemic changes in our food landscape. Pushing for regulations on the marketing of ultra-processed foods, especially to children, is crucial in addressing the growing diabetes epidemic. Whether you are newly diagnosed or have been living with diabetes for years, improvement is entirely possible. Explore the free resources linked in the description to begin your journey. My commitment is to help individuals understand their condition and regain control over their health. Conclusion. In Breaking the Cycle, Understanding Insulin Resistance and Reversing Type 2 Diabetes, we have explored essential insights into a condition that affects millions worldwide. We began by delving into the complexities of insulin resistance, examining its spectrum from healthy function to type 2 diabetes. Understanding how dietary choices impact insulin sensitivity and glucose levels was crucial, as it highlighted the role of nutrition in our health. We also uncovered the science behind glucose spikes, emphasizing strategies to minimize their occurrence, and discuss practical lifestyle hacks that can help manage and even reverse insulin resistance. The importance of measuring fasting insulin levels for early detection was another critical focus, alongside the empowerment that comes from being informed about one's health risks. As we conclude, it's vital to implement the following practical recommendations. Embrace a balanced diet rich in whole foods while minimizing processed sugars. Monitor glucose levels and fasting insulin as part of regular health checkups. Adopt simple lifestyle changes, such as regular physical activity and mindful eating practices, to enhance overall well-being. Stay informed about diabetes and its management to make empowered health choices. Reflecting on this journey, it's clear that understanding these topics not only aids in preventing and managing type 2 diabetes, but also fosters a sense of empowerment. Knowledge is the key to breaking the cycle of insulin resistance, enabling individuals to take charge of their health. Thank you for taking the time to engage with this important content. Your interest in learning is invaluable. If you found this audiobook helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with others who may benefit. Remember, as you continue to listen, you enhance your language skills. The more you listen, the better you speak. Your commitment to both health and language improvement is a powerful combination for a brighter future.